Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War video. Today we have another account review and it is for Robo. It's gonna say Robo because I don't want to state out all the numbers. And these are one of the accounts I like to talk about. Although I am getting more of these, I think there are people in the game that I kind of lost at a certain point, and I'll tell you what I mean by that. Hey guys, before we start the video, if you guys are interested in getting advice and help from me and other Summoners War players, feel free to join my Discord, where the link is in the descriptions below. Also, if you enjoy my content and want to support me, become a Patreon, where the link for it is also in the descriptions. I want to say I appreciate all the support, and believe me, I really do. Anyways, that was it. Let's get back to the video. So Robo is a player that's been playing for 2,600 days. That's a lot of time and days invested into Summoners War, but his rank, his highest rank for regular arena is only F3. So that says something. This tells me that this account is lost. And also I want to believe that accounts like this, I mean, they've been taking a break, like the account, like the owner didn't play for 5 years, let's say, and came back 2 years ago, something like that. I really hope that's the case, because that's a lot of time where no progression has happened. I'm hoping that he could do all the dungeons, and it looks like he can. He still does not have the trickery done. So for accounts like this, I know that you think because you have a working DB12 team, making the trickery is not worth. But trust me, it's totally worth. Imagine the time you save by having a minute or less DB12 team. And this is probably one of the dungeons that you have to farm most of your life while playing Summoners War, because violet runes are so important. I'm not even exaggerating. They are really important. So if I was the account owner, I will first make the trickery, and I think he does have it, so I will rune him up and try to get it to work. Let me first verify my memory and see if he really has the trickery done, if I could find the storage. And there you go, 1, 2, and 3. I'm assuming that it's not working right now because he's not using it, but really, you could get it to work. I'm pretty sure you could get it to work. It's really not that hard, especially with all those determination runes that I just saw. And let's take another look at something, because it's really important, is your towers. So this is also telling me something. Again, 7 years, but not having your towers done, it should be a priority. So I will just put up a fake defense, like a free defense that anybody could come in and just farm the arena points. I will make sure that I'll just keep using my arena wings that are free and farm those points for those towers, because that is like the bare minimum of you getting out of mid game. And sadly, you're not even in mid game, you're in early game. And that's also again sad, because you have an awesome box. You have an awesome pool of units that are just sitting here because you don't have the runes. I mean, what's the point of making all of these guildons when your rune quality is so bad? It's not gonna even help you much in world boss. Like really, so much resources that was wasted here. I don't know why you did this. Maybe you're just super bored, but I know a lot of people do this in late game because they have so many efficient legend runes that are probably like slots that we don't use, or rune sets they don't use, like the energy rune or the endure rune, or you know, the accuracy runes. Later on, those runes are less relevant in your box, in your game. So they make these units because they're still legend runes and efficient, and they slap it onto these units to get a higher world boss score. But is this the case for you? Probably not. It's not. I could tell you that it's not, because these are not even powered up. So I mean, you have good runes here. I don't know why you're sticking them on these guys. Why wouldn't you just power them up, right? So I think you really need to figure out on what your goal is here in the game, because you do have a lot of good units, but your runes obviously can't follow this, and can't carry this awesome box. Let's take a look at the runes right now, and let's take a look at Swift runes, and take a look at speed. 15. Okay, it is 15 because I thought this will be default or something, but it is sub property. I'm looking for speed, and slot 1 fastest rune is 15, so that is a garbage rune already. 13, okay, very bad. 21, okay, there you go, that's something good right there. And you do have the grinds, although the grinds kind of suck. You should work on your raids team next to get these grinds, please. And then 15, another 21 rune, and then 16. So you have one rune in a couple slots that are okay, but other than that, garbage, not good at all. Let's look at violent runes. 15 again, bad. 14, bad. 10, bad. 16, bad. 12, bad. This tells me that at least you've been taking a break, because if you weren't taking a break, you would have played during the event when they gave out the method to create the rune of your choice, and there should be at least 2 to 4 runes that are better than any rune that you currently have, and I don't see that. Let's look at will. 20, okay, again, one rune that's okay. 18, no, not that great. 16, 17, 15, yeah. So rune wise, very early game, not even close to mid game. So these are my pointers, okay? Put up a free defense. And farm your points, farm your arena points, and get your towers done. And this is going to take a long time. I know it's a tedious job, but it's going to take a long time because you have been reluctant of doing it for the past 7 years, and it's just your loss. You have to work on it. So work on that, and then make your trickery, because I already saw your violent rune quality and they're really bad. So that means the more you have to farm dragons B12, and the trickery will definitely expedite that process, because the dungeon runs will only be like a minute to a minute 30 depending on your rune quality, even lower if it's better, but in your current rune quality probably like a minute to a minute 30, which would allow you to have a chance to find a usable rune in a day. Because right now 3 minutes, even if you run the dungeon for the entire day, you'll probably only get a couple runs, right? So that's what I'll do second. And finally, I will make a raids team, because there are a very few runes that are usable in your box right now, at least in PvP wise, which are Swift, Violent, and Will. I didn't take a look at Despair, but I'm going to assume they're the same quality. There are a very few runes that are usable, that are actually okay and good, and those need to be grinded. And make sure that you make the best out of those runes. So that's the way I would go. Let's stop talking about this runes and like what kind of things that he has to focus on. Let's take a look at his arena, because I know that I saw he was running this, and I was like, okay, I mean, it's like an okay defense in theory. Speed lead, Clara, Galleon, Cocky, but I was like, okay, why is he using this when he has this? It makes no sense. If people know what I'm talking about, this makes no sense to be using the Tyrone other than the Samath, because this is a 33% speed lead, which is 14% more than what the Tyrone had. So that's one. Again, that's something I would do rather than running the Tyrone. If there's anything else to change here, if you go on later on, have an actual if you have actual runes for the defense. I know this is also probably cleavable, or there are answers to this defense. Actually, you don't have a Savannah, so you can't do that. I mean, even defenses like this are pretty annoying. They are, really, but due to the Linda, due to the Mephisto, is a little more easier to clear. Or you'll go with like a tankier defense with these two, and I believe you had a good HP lead, or did I hope you had it? Yeah, maybe I hoped. that you had it. You don't have a good HP lead, so it looks like you have to go a speed defense with the Samath lead. Yeah, with the Samath lead. So probably like Samath. I will go with the Clara because that's not bad, and then I will go with Nana plus either the Cocky or like a John, something like that, for control or damage, right? That's the kind of this is the kind of defense that I would run later on. For an offense, it's a different story. You have the Leah, and I see that you're trying to do something with it. I will just focus on this and go with the Leah. So there's the speed buff, and then the attack buff, speed buff. I mean, sorry, there's the strip, defense break, attack buff, speed buff, and then you go with the Leah, right? You just need a +1 here to do something. Maybe a boost because you think you're too slow, but if you have a boost, you'll need to. So something simple is, I was hoping you had the Escher, but it looks like you don't have. Oh, you do. That. So probably to actually have your team move is probably have the Gemini and then the Escher and then the Kali. Something like this. Yes, it kind of sucks because the Gemini has to still go first, but this boost from the Escher will help your Leah and Kali move, because right now it's super slow. So even if you make this guy 300 speed, you're not gonna move, right? Unless there's some kind of booster. Even with the booster, the Leah probably has to be like 260 or 250 speed. The faster the better, actually. So it's really best if you could do this without a booster, but I don't think your Rune Caller could ever do that anyway, so you'll definitely have to work with the booster. And RTA, really, I don't want to give you an RTA advice, because what's the point of giving you RTA advice when your tower is not fully scaled up? Maybe if you'll just have some fun, spam the Nana. Spam the Nana, like you can't go fast because your runes are way too slow. Spam Nana, Riley, Diana. That's what I would do. Yeah, they're almost fully scaled up. This is not, if you want to use it, fully scaled up, but I will spam Nana, Riley, Diana, and +2 more, whatever you would like. Maybe Abelio, because Abelio is really annoying in low level as well. And then what is it? Maybe like Sierra, or yeah, something like that. Like even the Lauren is good in low level. Just spam some of these OP annoying units and you'll be able to climb. And later on, if you get a Leo or if you get a Tiana, you could be using the Zeros AO as well for a regular arena. Okay, but that was it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If there's anything else you guys would like to see in Summoners War, please put a comment below. If you guys do not agree with the comments or the advice I gave this account, please also put a comment below and maybe give us your opinion so that the account owner knows. But there's a lot of work to do, that's for sure, and my priority would definitely be getting putting up a fake easy free defense and farming your arena points to level up all your towers, and then with that, during the meantime, finish up your trick room, make it work, and then farm violent runes, because your violent runes are really lacking. Not only that, your regular GB12 runes and MB12 runes are all lacking, but violent runes is the core, probably almost everybody will agree is the core rune that almost all units benefit from. So I will farm DB12 the longest time I can and get some of those good violent runes. And finally, I will also do Rift after doing the trickery, creating that team, so that I could get some grinds that you could use to grind out some of the okay runes, better runes, usable runes that you have. But that was it, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.